about some of the personal sacrifices that I have had to make in order to be in a better financial situation. So, let me talk about being a roommate. Not having one, but being one. I've been a roommate 3 times. It wasn't because I couldn't afford my own place. It was because I had gotten to a point where I had this huge place and all I ever used was really the bathroom and the kitchen. And a place to sleep, basically. So never really touched the living room, and paid an enormous amount of money for rent. And it was just me. So I had a friend, or I had an acquaintance. I hate to use that word friend loosely. I think it should come with some weight. Excuse me. Anyway, she proposed that I move in with her. And she was an older female lady that lived alone. Her daughter was off in college. And we had built a rapport, for about a year and a half. And so I moved in, and I was able, my goal was to save money, to stack up my savings account. Being that I'm debt free, and I thank God for that. So anyway, I moved in, and lo and behold, probably a month or 2 had gone by, and everything totally changed. I don't know if it's because, her upbringing. She was Colombian. And I guess she felt that I was supposed to be a servant to her and her dog, which her dog was totally out of control. This was a male dog that was sleeping in the bed with her every night. She was a single female. So whenever you would come into the home, the dog was fine. It was when you were leaving. When you were leaving, this dog would literally try to attack you. I mean, biting, barking, very aggressive. And I had mentioned to her, because I sell insurance, that, that if that dog was to ever bite anyone, that she can become liable for that. And of course, she took that very offensively. And then on top of that, the dog had a habit that whenever, its owner would leave, the dog would poop and pee on the couch. Totally unacceptable. Oh my God. I mean, I had my own room and it was locked and everything, but I got out of there. If I lasted 2 months, it was a lot. That ended that, and the friendship, or what I thought, I mean, I never really thought that this person had the potential to be like, that had the qualities of a friend, right? What a friend is supposed to be. And like I said, that's a whole different animal. Anyway, so at the time, I had another friend of mine that I know for 20 plus years, and she said to me, why don't you move in with me, and we can, she's also single female, and she has raised her children and they're grown, and she said, we can, it'll be good for both of us. I'll get to save money, you will too, and, I won't be alone, and, whatever. So I agreed and moved in, and I was with her, and that was a very good experience. There were some boundaries that I had to set, and of course there's boundaries she had to set as well, but we were okay with it. We were very mature about it. And it came a point where I probably was with her for maybe about a year and a half, almost a year and a half, and decided that it was time that I needed my own space, so I got my own place. And again, spend another year at my place, and then got to the point where I felt like I was just dumping money into the system. And, that endless cycle. And I didn't want to do that anymore. I wanted to save as much money as possible. So I moved in yet with another friend of mine. And he is a single man, and he has grown children. And I was a little apprehensive about it at first because, we're the opposite sex. But I can say by far that was the best experience outside of, being a roommate for the second time, which was a very good friend of mine. And, kudos to her, because, that's a person that I admire, because there's things that she would do for a friend that she would never do for a man. But in the world or in society, you see that females give up their souls for a guy. They buy phones for them, they put them on their cell phone plan. They open checking accounts together. They do joint credit cards. Just really ridiculous things. And that was one thing that she would never do for a guy, but she was there for her friends, her female friends, and lending a hand. And I will forever be grateful and love her for that. So, when you see someone, you don't think about, personal sacrifices that this person has to make to get to where they're at. And of course, I'm not a millionaire, but I made those choices so that I can get in a position where, I'm better financially. I'm in a better position. And, that equals, for me, it equals freedom and flexibility. Anything comes up, I'm in a better space. So I wanted to talk about that. And I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will talk with you soon. And if for any reason you're wondering, like, wow, she always has like that same shirt on. Well, this is a part of my uniform, for those of you that need to know. Not that this should be important to you, but if you're that shallow and you're looking at my videos, this is a part of my work uniform. So you have a great day. Keep your head up. Bye-bye.